Empirical evidence of the use of sociocultural theory and the claims made by it for successful learning. There has been a lot of research that has utilized sociocultural theory. In fact, it is one of the theories which has triggered a plethora of research in second language learning. For now, we will discuss only one. You have other research evidence there in your textbook. So looking at one research in specific, you have this Aljarfa and Lantolf, who conducted this longitudinal study with adult second language learners. What they did was, again, they used these microphones and they also used one-to-one feedback to keep in mind keep track of the progress these learners made through scaffolding during the course of their second language learning. So, constantly during the research, these learners were encouraged and guided to participate in their own learning. So, what they tried to do was, they tried to involve the agency of the learners in their own learning process. So, rather than doing something to them, they brought them in as participants in their own learning. However, gradually, from giving them direct assistance regarding the errors they were making, they allowed them through scaffolding to assume more and more responsibility for the error correction in their own work. So, what they realized was that with time, they were able to appropriate or to keep a check on or to modify their own performance. So the study was basically focused on developing this capability of on 4 grammatical items. So they took up these 4 grammatical items in which the learners were making mistakes, and they gradually sort of developed in them through scaffolding a certain capability to track their own errors. And after some time, after direct guidance, they gradually stepped back and left it to the learners to check their own errors. Now, this was over the period of 8 weeks. Findings revealed that over these 8 weeks' time, there was an increased accuracy in their performance. Not only that, they also developed this ability to self-correct their errors, because now they were had been strong enough or strengthened in their ability to check their work. So what this showed was that now there was reduced dependency on the teacher. So the learners had actually moved from other regulation, that is guidance by other, to self-regulation, that is to a time when they could guide their own performance. So studies like this highlight 2 things. Number one, the significance of scaffolding, how important scaffolding is. Please remember, scaffolding is not telling the child of the correct answer. It is a dialogue. It is enabling the child or the learner to think about the error and to actually try to see where the error has been made and how could it possibly be corrected. So when in classrooms, teachers like you and I cross out something and say, do it again, that is not scaffolding. Scaffolding is a dialogue when we discuss it with the child on a one-to-one basis and try or enable the learner without embarrassing him or without over-criticizing him or her to see the error has been made and see and ask him or her what other possibilities could have been there which could have possibly allowed the structure to be correct.